Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're in the Mojave Desert in the Lexus GX460, and we're going to go up a high point here, another high point that I've never been up before. So let's see if this GX460 can actually make it. Now let's talk about the cameras real quick. By the way, I'm in 4-low first gear. Camera's flatten everything out, so I use both cameras for perspective. The camera above is significantly higher, so keep that in mind as we move forward here. I see a big rock there. I don't want to high center on that. Woo. Okay, so the camera inside is what I see. So the one over my shoulder right here, that's what I see, and the one on the roof of the car gives a significantly. Whoop, lost my mic. Sorry, I lost my mic there. Let's try this again. Okay, what I was saying is the camera on top of the car gives a significantly better view, but the one inside of the car is what I see. So if at times this looks easy to look at, or it looks flat, or it looks, oh, that's not so bad, keep both perspectives in mind, because my view is limited in here. Hope that all makes sense, all that babbling. So let's check this out. I don't think I've been up here before. Look at this. And this is like we're in the valley. Look at all this. Wow. Well, it looks like a fun trail. So anyway, this terrain is, I don't know what people would rate this, like moderate. And I have no idea what to expect. I don't think I've been this way. And in fact, I know I haven't been this way. And today we're also going to talk about a question someone asked me, which was, what kind of things do you check on your GX460 after you go off-road on a trail like this, or even a more difficult trail? What type of things would you check? And to answer that, it depends on a few things. Most notably is, do you have skids? So this car has skids, and when I say skids, I just mean your basic skid plates. Front skid plate, transmission skid plate, differential skid plate or transfer case, whatever you want to call it, and a gas tank skid plate. There's a big dip here. But keep in mind that your stock Lexus GX460 or Toyota 4Runner will come factory with factory skids. So right out of the box, this GX460 comes with a front skid plate, and it covers the transmission a little bit, but not much. And then it'll come with a gas tank skid plate. Now, much is said about the stock skid plates, but we've bashed our stock ones before we switched over to a slightly thicker one. Well, significantly thicker one, but it works. You know, don't let the stock 4Runner or GX460 skid plate discourage you from off-roading. It's good. We've bashed ours to heck, and we were surprised how good it held out. This is really pretty back here. Take my tires over these rocks. So bottom line is, your stock skid plate will hold up pretty darn good. But if you want to make it even thicker, a common modification is to just go ahead and put on a thicker skid plate. And that's what we have on. Getting to my point here finally, is that we have, I don't know, a standard, whatever it is, 1/4 inch thick steel skid plate on the front. Then the rest of the skid plates, I believe, are aluminum. So the transmission skid's aluminum, and the gas tank skid is aluminum. So finally getting back to my point here. What you would check after a trail like this, let's climb over these rocks. You don't want a high center. Climb right over. Probably should put it first. That was just the tire slipping. I'm not aired down, by the way, if anybody wants to know. I don't think I've aired down this vehicle yet. Which way should we go? Should we go the easy way over here or the hard way over here? What's this? I don't even know if this goes through. I could get through there. I just don't know if it's the way I want to go. I don't feel like getting out of the car yet and walking the trail. Let's see which way this way goes. But anyway, the things you would check after you go off-road, whether you have stock skids or whether you have some sort of aftermarket skid, is generally speaking going to be things like your control arms, brake lines, weird things like that. But in general, if you have skids, you're pretty much protected. And that's why Toyota puts them on here to begin with. Now, this is some crunchy stuff. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but it's crunchy. Let's go down first here. Keep my tires on the high stuff. I do not want a high center today. Okay, keeping my tires on this high rock here. Ooh, yeah. Woo. Oh, that was a rock slider. I think I left a mark. Anyway, now here's where I'm going to talk about perspective, because it may seem flat on the camera, but I'm looking straight up. Look at the interior camera, and you'll get an idea of how much more steep this stuff is. And this is some serious rutted stuff here. Most people wouldn't want to go up this. I mean, I'm not saying anything like it's crazy. I'm just saying it's moderate. Okay, that was A-TRAC doing her thing. Love A-TRAC. Anybody who watches this channel knows my feelings on A-TRAC, that it's absolutely perfect. It's like having a front and rear or triple locked, however you want to say it. It works. It works. It works. So anyway, bottom line is you check just the basics under your car. You want to make sure you didn't bend a control arm. You don't want to look at this rutted stuff. Which way should we go? Now, this A-TRAC's going to do her thing. When this front wheel gets off the ground, you might hear it flutter. There it goes. See? Go up. No forward momentum lost. And if you think forward momentum's lost, that's just me taking my foot off the gas. Ooh, we going up here. Which way is this going? Now this is getting chunky monkey. Ooh. Okay, I need to come down first, get some more torque. I don't even know if this is a trail anymore. That's A-TRAC doing her thing. Woo! Now I'm gonna walk this. There's your A-TRAC proof for you. Now again, look at the inside camera and you'll be able to see what I'm seeing, which is straight up. I'm gonna walk this because I don't know if this is still gonna be a trail. So before I get too much up this thing, I'm gonna check it out. So let's check it out. But so when you're done a trail, control arms, make sure you didn't bend anything like tie rods, and that's pretty much it. The vehicle in and of itself is very protected insofar as the way it's designed. And honestly, with skids on, I don't check anything, you know? Unless I hear something really, really weird off-road, like a weird clunk where I shouldn't hear a weird clunk. You know, if I don't hear that, then I'm pretty much good to go. All right. So this is definitely on the moderate side, especially the looseness there. So I'm climbing it just to make sure it goes up and you get an idea. I think I might have actually been down this one. So it smooths out up here where I am. But this is a serious spot here. And again, this is no joke. So going up, this is going to be a challenge for me. And I won't lie, I'm a little bit scared. This point here, I got to be careful not to high center on this point here. This is steep. And these are chunks of rocks. So what I'm going to do is take it a section at a time. Don't race. And I should be okay. But the key here is looseness involved, as you see. So that's what I got to be careful of. So basically I'm just going to take it a little bit at a time, and I'll see how I feel when I get to that hard part. I might high center. I don't want to high center. Ooh. All right. Let's give it a whirl. And what I'm going to do is just take it in sections here. Like I said, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. At least I'm going to try not to get ahead of myself. And I'm going to try to be very humble here as we go up. And I've picked my line in my mind. And pray and pray and pray to the A-TRAC gods. Okay, stop. Woo! That was section 1. Now, if you're wondering why I'm getting out, I'll bring this with me and you'll see why. And when I say this, I mean my phone. We'll take some more video of just what it is I'm seeing. Okay, just getting the camera set up. All right, so let's see if we can get an idea of how steep this is and how rocky this is. But this is the hardest part here. This is the one I'm most afraid of. But you can see it's steep. So anyway, the reason why I'm back up here again is to pick my line, because this is definitely the spot. So see that? This big section of rocks is what I need to get by. And again, it's loose and uphill, which does not work for me, and I'm not aired down. This would be a case for airing down. All right, so I gotta pick the line that's not gonna high center. And it's tricky. If I should go this way, or I think I'm going to go this way and have passenger tire on this rock, so like I'm standing here. But I'm going to get rid of this big rock here. Ooh, this big rock. So that's going to be my method. And again, if you're looking at this going, why is he making such a fuss over a flat? It's not flat. And these rocks are not small, even though I know it looks like. So I'm gonna take my tires kind of the way I'm walking, like that, and keep them on the high stuff, like this. That's my methodology. Keeping in mind that this stuff is really, really loose. Once we get over this, hopefully we'll be better. What do you say? Should we do it? Let's try our best to get stuck, right? Ooh, look at the view back there. All right. Looking again. Four low first gear. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Come on, A-TRAC. Go slow, go slow. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a Lexus GX460, also known as a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado for you. No joke. Oh man, the reason why I sound all weird is because that was scary, and it's fun to face. It's fun to face your fears. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. But the car played a significant role. Now I'm gonna babble a little bit about what I did just there. Again, praising A-TRAC. And I could not have done that without A-TRAC or a locker. So when people are like, I know the reputation of A-TRAC is getting better over the recent years, but there is still a camp that just has this old school mentality that A-TRAC doesn't do anything, or it loses momentum, and it just doesn't work. It's not true. Toyota has not put on traditional mechanical lockers on their full-size Land Cruisers in 22 years. They took it off, and they've had mechanical lockers on the parts bin forever. Why did they take those mechanical lockers off on their flagship Land Cruiser? You just saw it. The thing works, and rest assured, the Japanese engineers and testers that tested this thing, meaning A-TRAC in its infancy, did stuff like that up and down and left and right until try to attempt to break it. But it works. So what will I check on a trail like that? Honestly, nothing. I didn't hear any weird stuff, so I know I banged a rock slide, so I might look at that just to make sure the thing didn't bend up too much, and if it does bend up too much, I'll just bend it right back, right? But other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna check anything else insofar as damage on these things, because these Land Cruiser Prados, 4Runners, and full-size Land Cruisers, you got to understand, this is not a new vehicle. This is a vehicle that's been around since the 50s, back when it looked like a Jeep, and it has such a history of perfection. It's so slow, slow improvements or conservative improvements are made upon the vehicle, so that not too many big radical changes are made, which means these things took rocks and hits and scuffs and bruises back in 1958 or World War II or whenever they came out. They took hits in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, and now. So they're sorted pretty good. But let what I just did be a testament to the amazing A-TRAC system. Now, I do want to mention one last thing before we go. And by the way, if you found this video interesting, please hit the like and subscribe button. We're going to do more trails like this and push this GX. Remember, I'm not lifted. So if you thought I was lifted there, not lifted. This is stock suspension. The only mods are the skid plate, there's a shorter bumper, and BFG KO2 tires. No, the tires didn't do that. Yes, if I aired down, you would have heard less skidding and stuff because I would have had more traction. But it made up on 30, I'm at 33, 35 PSI, and we made it up there just fine. Toyota tests, when they road test all these vehicles, they actually test them on stock street tires at stock street pressures. They don't air down, they don't put on any fancy tires. They do what I did, in stock configuration just there. So anyway, one last thing before we go is you may be wondering, why don't I free range around here? And the answer is these bushes. First of all, I don't think it's good trail etiquette to do such a thing. You don't want to harm, you just want to stay on the trail. That's basic American trail etiquette. I don't know how it is in other countries, but that's what you want to do, right? The other thing is these bushes will pop your tires, and that's a thing. If you look at this video and go, well, he's got room over there where that bush is, it looks flat. No, these things are like nails, and nature will get you and pop your tire like that on these toughened bushes out here. Let's go down a second, maybe. 4 low second. You will be punished by the bush. So that's why. What was that? Pop a bottled water back there? I hear water leaking. That's why I don't run all over these bushes. They'll pop your tires, and it's not the off-road etiquette thing to do, so it's not the right thing to do there. And also for nature, it's not the right thing to do. Whoever made and established these trails just over the years, you know, you want to keep it that way. Let the bushes be. But getting back to my point of that, there was a point, sorry if I babbled. And the point of that with the bushes is, I would specifically check under this vehicle on the front CV boots. That's those rubber boots that everybody knows and loves, right? To make sure those didn't get snagged and ripped, because those are a weak spot, because it doesn't have a solid axle like, say, a Jeep Wrangler. It has CV axles, so you got to check those rubber boots to make sure that they didn't get nicked and opened up, because you'll lose your grease and then you'll lose your joint. And that's also why we don't go over bushes, because those bushes will tear your tires and they will tear up your rubber CV boots. All right, so I hope you found this video helpful. Don't let anybody tell you A-TRAC isn't the real deal, because it is. And again, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you, and have a great, great day.
Divided from the century of the cool cat, deep down with the cling of the hot hat, lift up face, and then they knocking on my door. I've been feeling the boom, just a little after 4. The rest of what that core was really just for. Yo, break out the sword and let's go cruising in your Ford. Watch out, yeah, sweet snow is the deal. As she shouted, it's the funky lesson 1 to the grill. I should have known that something wasn't right in walking. The biggity boom was just ticking and clocking. A night boy in plaid is passed from his dad. Another straight in the fight, man, but he wasn't from the right clan. Stop all the nonsense, defense is my defense. Oh yeah. I know the mode is daily dense. Time has passed on, but it's been a million days. We're still ninth and divided, running round in haze. Nothing divided. Nothing divided from the century of the cool cat. Deep down with the cling of the hot hat. Flip that face and then they knocking at my door.